Yan. So again, this is just going to be a crash course on how to bokashi your food waste. And one of the reasons why we would like to do this today is because, as I mentioned in Instagram earlier, there are actually 108.7 million Filipinos, no, who would be producing food waste on a daily basis. So assuming na tama yung assumption ng ADB, each person daw or each individual usually contributes 0.3 kilograms of food waste to the landfill. So 0.3 kilograms of food waste on a daily basis. Napakadami po niyan, and it actually causes yung degradation ng ating environment, air pollution, water pollution, and climate change. So for today, we're not going to talk about the 30-day garbage to garden challenge muna, but we'd like to probably give you a short primer muna on how to bokashi your food waste. And I know na at this point in time, talagang gusto nyo na malaman how to do that. So I'll give you a brief overview muna on how to bokashi your food waste using the Bokashi Pinoy method. So this is a recorded video clip actually of Janina. Ito kasi yung pinakamabilis. This is just 1 minute, so just hang on.
When we segregate our food waste, here are the 5 stages of Bokashi Pinoy composting. Stage 1 is when we segregate our food waste and add Bokashi Ipa. The Bokashi Ipa is inoculated with beneficial microorganisms fit for fermentation and decomposition for composting. The amount of Bokashi Ipa will vary depending on the type of food waste that you will be using. Once the Bokashi bucket is full, you can then seal it and let it ferment for a minimum of 2 weeks. This is called Stage 2 anaerobic fermentation. Stage 3 aerobic decomposition is when we will be burying our fermented food waste or our Bokashi kitchen waste for 2 weeks or so. Stage 4 is when we use the finished compost for gardening use. And stage 5 is when we harvest food grown in compost.
Okay, so guys, this particular video is actually used by us to train our 30-day garbage to garden participants, and most of the time those people who attend the workshop or the challenge or participate in the challenge, they actually wanted to divert food waste away from the landfill. So that's one thing, and I think all of us probably have the same intention din. Meron din tayong vision na ganyan, whether we are a plantito or not, or whether we want to do edible gardening or not. Somehow deep in our hearts, we really wanted to divert food waste away from the landfill. So about 30% ng mga na sumasali sa aming garbage to garden challenge, sila yung mga, ang tawag nila sa sarili nila ay mga zero waste journey, zero wasters. So parang hindi naman sila nagtatanim, but they want to make sure that their food waste does not end in the landfill. Pero about 70% of those who join the challenge, they actually use it for their plants, and that's good. And then some of them actually continue to patronize our products because they know that we are creating additional source of income for our beneficiaries, yung mga landless farmers sa Nueva Ecija. So I think some of you would probably be thinking, how can I bokashi my food waste? And kung ibubukashi ko yung food waste ko, saan ko siya dadalhin? If you have garden, at meron kayong community garden or meron kayong garden sa bahay, kahit nasa paso lang yan, or nasa box, or direct sa lupa, yung pong bokashi food waste nyo, doon po siya mapupunta to regenerate the land. Pero for most of us, katulad po dito sa amin, actually puro concrete po yung buong bahay namin. Wala kaming sariling yard. And a lot of you also live in condominiums or townhouses na wala rin po kayong pwedeng pagtaniman. So in those cases na wala po kayong pagbabaunan or paglilibingan ng inyong bokashi food waste, pwede nyo po siyang i-donate. And after this live session, I'm going to send you a link where you can find composting sites in Metro Manila. So unfortunately, sa labas po ng Metro Manila, wala pa po tayong composting sites. But if you can pledge your willingness to do something for the environment, then we could probably do something about it. And the good thing is, according to law, mandated by law, which is under Republic Act 9003, each barangay across the Philippines are mandated to have an MRF or material recovery facility, and a composting site. So kung ang barangay nyo po ay walang MRF at walang composting site, that means your barangay is not complying with the law. So with that said, kung kailangan niyo po ng tulong on how to talk to your barangay, what I would suggest is that you attend the Garbage to Garden Challenge first and then know how to do it properly on your own. Kahit maka-isang cycle lang kayo, and then help us get connected to your barangay captains. So balik po tayo dun sa ano. So these are the mentors that belong to Bokashi Pinoy, and most of them, actually, a lot of them, all of them actually
Kamalani.
are volunteers. Yes po.
Naka-on pa rin po yung ano, yung sa video player.
Ay, naka-on pa rin ba?
I mean, yun po yung ano, naka-screen share.
Ganun. Ito, how about this? Ayan.
Okay na po, ma'am.
So yan. So these are the Bokashi Pinoy mentors. So everyone except me are actually volunteers. So they have been serving the community as volunteer mentors for the last, si Ma'am Shi Sinin pa 2 years na, si Janina since the pandemic she joined, and then Karen and Belle actually joined us a few months ago. So sila yung nagtuturo day in, day out on how to bokashi your food waste. So as the name suggests, bokashi is actually a Japanese term for fermenting your food waste. So unlike traditional composting, when you bokashi your food waste, pinipigil nyo muna po yung decomposition. So kung parang actually pinipreserve nyo pa nga. Pagka binubokashi nyo siya, pinipreserve nyo siya ng konti, binuburo nyo para hindi muna siya lapitan ng mga peste. And then the other thing is, with the fermentation process o yung process ng pagbuburo, nagkakaroon po siya ng beneficial microorganisms. So, ang tanong po, papaano? So, kung aattend po kayo ng webinar sa January 2, ituturo ko po yung mga scientific explanation on why we do what we do. But for now, just focus on the how. Particularly kung magkakaroon kayo ng maraming food waste tonight and tomorrow, this is what you need to do. So first and foremost, you need the bokashi ipa po muna. You need the fermenting agent. So dito po sa picture na to, makikita nyo nandun siya sa bote ng it's a PET bottle which contains the fermenting agent. And then dito po sa bandang kanan, makikita nyo yung ating bokashi bucket where your food waste will be stored for the most for the at least about 70% of the 5 stages of the bokashi fermentation process. So this is what you need on your stage 1. You need tubs. Ito pong tubs hindi po namin ito binibenta. I'm pretty sure na meron naman po kayong mga ice cream tubs sa bahay ninyo. Kahit po biscuit tubs, pwede rin po 'yun. So ilagay niyo na po yung inyong biscuit tubs doon sa inyong kitchen counter at yung inyong dispenser, the Bokashi IPA dispenser, and then you put all of your food waste into your tubs imbis na plastic, kasi ngayon po karamihan sa atin ang practice natin pag may food waste tayo nilalagay natin sa supot, and then dodobloin pa ulit natin yung plastic na supot na yon, dodobloin ulit natin bago natin ilalagay sa basurahan, and usually nabubutas po yon, at pagdating sa landfill sama-sama pa rin po sila at lalo po siya nakaka-produce ng mga harmful na gases. So ulitin ko po, ang pinaka-basic na kailangan nyo is a tub, ice cream tub, and your bokashi ipa, and yung balde po. So iipunin nyo po muna yung food waste nyo sa tubs at lalagyan nyo siya ng bokashi ipa. So ngayon, I'm pretty sure your food waste will be a combination of raw veggies and fruits at saka mga leftover cooked food. So in that case po, pag pinagsama nyo yan sa inyong tub, kailangan niyo po ng maraming bokashi ipa. So you have to completely cover it with bokashi ipa. So every 1-inch layer ng food waste, ulitin ko po tuwing maka 1 pulgada po kayo ng kapal ng food waste, lalagyan niyo po ng bokashi ipa at dapat po makover ng maigi yung surface ng food waste ninyo. And then so ako po usually 3 beses ako naglalagay ng papel sa aking ice cream tub. So after breakfast in the morning, lalagyan ko rin siya ng bokashi ipa, lalagyan ko ng papel, and then after lunch, lalagyan ko ulit ng bokashi ipa at saka ng papel, and then at night time lalagyan ko ulit ng papel. So nakakatulong po siya to reduce the exposure to air para hindi rin siya maka-attract ng peste, and at the same time it helps in the fermentation process. And then po sa ikatlong araw, or when you already have a lot of food waste, so siguro nakalima na kayong tabs, katulad ngayon hanggang bukas, I'm pretty sure ang dami-dami yung food waste, hindi nyo na kailangan mag-wait ng ikatlong araw, ililipat nyo na po siya sa inyong balde. Yan po ang stage 1, segregation of food waste and treatment with Bokashi IPA. Pag napuno na po itong balde nyo, so every 3 days, no, or every time makaipon kayo ng food waste na 5 tabs, uulit-ulitin nyo po yan hanggang mapuno nyo yung inyong balde. So anong gagawin nyo pag puno na yung balde? After mapuno yung balde nyo, it will be stage 2 na po. So sa stage 2, okay. Sorry. Yan. So pag napuno na po yung balde, you have to seal your bucket. Lagyan nyo po ng tape sa paligid. Tapos lagyan nyo ng seal date. So kunyari, sa June 2, puno na inyong balde, lalagay nyo po seal date January 2, 2021. And then lagyan nyo ng open date. So usually minimum po ng 2 weeks. So after June 2 plus 14, so June 16, pwede na po siyang ilagay sa stage 3. So dito po tayo magkakaroon ng medyo pagkakaiba. Kung meron po kayong sariling garden at gusto nyo talagang gamitin yung inyong Bokashi food waste for your own garden, pwede nyo na po siyang ilipat sa lupa or sa box pagkaraan ng 2 linggo. Kung wala naman po kayong yard at gusto nyo pong i-donate ang inyong food waste, just go to makesoil.org. Kung nasa Metro Manila po kayo, just go to makesoil.org and find out kung alin mga sites ang tumatanggap ng donations ng Bokashi food waste. Pwede nyo po siyang ipalala-move or tawagan nyo lang po yung mga contact persons dun sa mga composting sites to find out what's the best way to bring your Bokashi food waste to the composting sites. Okay? So kung wala po kayong kung hindi nyo naman po i-donate yung inyong food waste at gusto nyo talaga siyang gamitin for your own garden, then it would go to stage 3. Stage 3 is when you bury your Bokashi food waste in a trench. So meaning parang kanal po yan na hinuhukay nyo directly sa lupa or sa raised bed or pwede rin sa easy box. Kung wala po kayong sariling lupa na pwedeng pagtaniman, pwede po sa easy box or sa plastic storage box na mga 65 liter ang capacity. So pagkaraan po ng 2 linggo hanggang 4 na linggo, yun pong food waste nyo magiging compost na, hindi na siya mukhang basura. It will become a soil conditioner. Okay, so again, kung may sarili kayong yard, it will go to stage 4, wherein kung ano man po yung inilibing nyo doon, magiging compost na. Yan na yung pagkakaiba ng normal na soil. So ang soil po at compost ay magkaiba po, hindi po yan pareho. Akala natin yung compost, sometimes tinatawag natin siyang lupa, pero magkaiba po sila. Ang soil po is powdered rocks, whereas ang compost is a combination of soil, organic matter, and beneficial microorganisms. So ang pinakamaganda pong material for planting edible food is compost kasi hindi na siya kailangan ng synthetic fertilizers, and hopefully you don't need to use pesticides. Majority again of those who join our challenge usually get to this stage after 6 months, nagkakaroon sila ng sariling garden. So if you want to join that journey, gusto nyo mong maging part ng Bokashi Pinoy movement, we invite you to be part of batch 30 of the 30-day garbage to garden challenge, which will start on January 2. So in order to be part of this challenge, you need to have at least 1 starter kit. Or mas maganda po kung meron na kayong GGC bundle and you need to attend the webinar po on January 2. We have another batch starting on January 16 and also January 28 kung hindi po kayo aabot sa January 2. So yan muna po ang ating crash course. So for those who are wondering how Bokashi is related to helping to delay climate change, let me share this screen with you. This is quite important for me, guys, kasi ngayon yung tinatawag nilang deadline for 200 countries to determine ano yung commitment nila to reduce our impact to climate change. So, inaabangan ko rin kung ano yung submission po ng Pilipinas. I don't know why I do that. Basta lang. Gusto ko lang siyang i-watch. So, anyway. So, papakita ko to sa inyo. Okay. Papakita ko. Yeah. So this is really important to me. Usually, pine-present ko to on the 3rd week during the challenge, but I think this is the best time to show it, no? Yung iba kasi iniisip nila, how does our food waste actually relate to climate change? So ganito po yan. Yung isa pong balde ng food waste ninyo, it weighs at least 12 kilograms. Okay, yung isang balde ng food waste nyo, it weighs at least 12 kilograms at the minimum. Minsan umaabot ng 15 kilograms. So yung 12 kilograms po na food waste na yan, it emits 22.8 CO2e kg of greenhouse gas. Isang balde pa lang yan. So what does it mean? Yan 22.8 CO2e kg na yan na greenhouse gas emission is equivalent to 2 days of electrical consumption of an average household. Ano ba yung average household? An average household is composed of the mother, the father, and a child. So basically, 3 people in one household. Kung pagsasama-samahin mo yung electrical consumption nila sa isang araw, 22.8 po ang carbon emission niyan. So just imagine, ilan tayo sa Pilipinas? Ang sabi, ano tayo, pakita ko tong computation na to. Janina, can you see? Ay, nawala. Sige. Excel spreadsheet. Ito kasi ang current situation natin sa Pilipinas. Sa Pilipinas, there are 108.7 million people. At ang sabi ng Asian Development Bank, each person contributes 0.3 kilograms of food waste per day to the landfill. So multiply natin yan. Kung gaano karami yan. Ayan. Daily po ito in kilograms. Ganyang karaming food waste ang dinadala natin sa landfill or sa dump site, whether legal or illegal. Yan po ang dinadala natin. Nakikita na ulit yung calculator. Hindi na, no? So, ulitin ko ito. Ayan. So, 108.7 million people in the Philippines contributes this amount of, saan na ba yun? Nawala na naman. 32.6 million. 32.6 million. So, 32. 1, 2, 3. Daily po ito So that's 32.6 million kilograms of food waste on a daily basis. So ang carbon emission po niyan is 61,940,000. Yan, 61.9 million CO2 EKG, which is equivalent to 5.5 million days of electrical consumption. Ganyan pong kainit, ganyang heat ang naidudulot ng food waste natin on a daily basis, which makes climate change actually much more near than we expect it to be. So ang sabi dun sa Climate Vulnerable Forum or sa Climate Reality Challenge, the Philippines has committed to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions, the GHG, by 30%. Do sa 30% na yon, ang sabi nila, by hook or by crook, 2% dapat ma-reduce. Yung 28% is conditional. So ano yung 2% nitong 61.9 million? At ano yung 28% ng 61.9 million? At this point po, nung tinignan ko po yung plano ng DENR on how they would do that as far as waste is concerned, wala pong malinaw na plano pa. What I'm trying to say is there's an opportunity for all of us to influence that change and to make it happen. Kasi ang promise po or a promise or commitment is just a promise. Wala naman po siyang legal binding, but it's a promise that we make to the future generation. So, this is my way of saying today is December 31st, and maya-maya po New Year na. If you want to do something for the environment, if you want a New Year resolution, I think that this is the best time to start a new one, a new habit, and a new resolution that has far-reaching goals and tawag dito, a vision na hindi lang para sa sarili natin, kundi para sa future generation natin. And the good thing about it is it's doable at home. Kaya-kaya siyang gawin sa bahay nyo. Hindi nyo na kailangan lumabas ng bahay just to do something for the environment. You don't have to play God. You don't have to rally, magdala ng placards sa labas, or you don't have to even be an activist to make that change. Gawin nyo na lang po sa bahay ninyo on your own. And the only thing that you need to buy is the Bokashi bucket, the Bokashi Pinoy starter kit, and then maybe 150 pesos worth of Bokashi Ipa on a monthly basis, which if you have excess Bokashi food waste na, you can donate that to Hill Agricultural Lands naman. Iisip nyo siguro, what? Libre naman nga yung libre naman nga yung garbage collection eh. Actually po, hindi po libre ang garbage collection. We pay for that through our taxes. Each garbage truck that plies Metro Manila is worth 25,000 per day just to roam around Metro Manila, and it costs the government 3.8 billion pesos just in Metro Manila alone. So wala po talagang libre. Pangalawa, isipin nyo siguro 2 beses kayo nagbabayad kasi magbabayad kayo ng taxes, magbabayad pa kayo ng 150 pesos a month just to treat your Bokashi food waste. What is 150 pesos po in comparison to the cost of not acting, to the cost of not doing anything as far as environment is concerned? What is the cost of not doing this for the future generation? Yun na lang po ang tingnan natin. Wag na po yung 150 pesos nyo a month. And the other thing is, if we can actually organize ourselves, one barangay at a time, maybe yung 25,000 a month na yun, 25,000 a day na yun that the government is spending just for bringing your food waste from your houses to the landfill, baka pwedeng reallocate na lang in terms of your supply of the Bokashi Ipa. Just think about it, guys. But for now, I think it's good for us to make those changes at home muna. Okay, so I'm not going to do a lot of question and answer for now because I know that everyone is preparing for their New Year celebration later. But for those who are joining the challenge on January 2, we will have a little bit of Q&A and I will be answering your question live as well. Having said that, since si Taki na sa Zoom ngayon, Taki, do you have any question at this point?
So, pwede na po kami mag-start mag-Bokashi?
Yes po. Ay, kung kailangan nyo na po. Ma'am, are you intending to use to Bokashi even your leftover cooked food na rin?
Yun po yung tatanong ko po sana. Kasi baguhan pa po ako. So, di ako sure pa na.
Ganito, ma'am. Usually kasi, pagka hindi ganitong panahon, we suggest that the challengers start with raw veggies and fruits lang muna. Kasi beginner pa lang kayo. Yun kasi ang pinakamadaling i-treat. Then after 1 week, tsaka lang kayo mag-a-add ng leftover cooked food. Pero if ngayon lang po kami maglalagay ng exception, kung talagang gusto nyo nang i-Bokashi inyong leftover cooked food, dahil nangihinayang kayo, okay lang din. Pero kung gusto nyo po talaga na as a beginner, magkaroon kayo talaga ng magandang compost sa simula, keep it kahit 1 week lang muna, raw veggies and fruits lang muna po ang i-Bokashi ninyo. 1 week lang.
Okay. Pero usually po, pag hindi yung tulad ng ganitong panahon, sa January 2 pa po talaga magsa-start tong
January 2, oo. January tayo
okay.
mag-isip. Pero pwede na kayo mag-start ngayon, ma'am. Ang ibig ko lang sabihin is, ito kasi yung pakita ko sa inyo yung schedule for your batch, no? Sa batch nyo, ito yung schedule nyo. Ayan yung schedule nyo, di ba? Ay. Sorry. Wala yung schedule. Ito yung schedule nyo. So, kasi ikaw kasali ka sa challenge eh. Yung ibang hindi kasali sa challenge, for sure, pinaghahalo na nila yung food scraps nila, halo-halo ng raw veggies and fruit at saka yung leftover cooked food. But because you are part of the challenge, we actually recommend na at least for the first week, January 2 to January 8, raw veggies and fruits lang muna. The reason behind it is because this is a 30-day challenge. Yung kasing raw veggies and fruits, yan yung pinakamabilis i-decompose. Para within 30 days, at least meron na kayo, 30 days to 40 days, meron na agad kayong compost. Pero doon sa mga hindi sumasali sa challenge, for sure, pinaghahalo-halo na nila even on day 1. So ayan makikita mo, January 2 to January 8, raw veggies and fruits lang. And then on January 9, tsaka kayo magdadagdag ng leftover cooked food. Usually on your second bucket na. Dalawa na ba ang bucket mo, Taki?
Opo, dalawa po.
O ayun, so pag kasama ka sa
oo.
challenge, pag kasama ka sa challenge, yung first bucket mo, it would only be raw veggies and fruits from, pwede ka na mag-start today until January 8.
Okay po. Puro raw veggies and fruit po muna.
Yes, oo.
Okay
Para
po.
maganda yung compost mo talaga.
Sige
Tapos,
po.
sa January 8, which is the next Saturday, isisil na natin siya. Full or not full, isisil na natin. Pero mas maganda kung full. 'Di ba? Pero kung hindi, okay lang din. Sana mga lahati man lang.
Okay.
Tapos ng January 9, ito na yung normal na pagbubukashi na halo-halo na sila sa iisang balde. And this time, January 9, ito na yung parang normal na, kasi halos naman tayo lahat, halo-halo talaga yung food waste natin sa isang balde, di ba? So, dito paghahaluin na rin natin siya. But you will have to add more bokashi ipa. Ang pagkakaiba kasi ng raw veggies and fruits tsaka na leftover cooked food, pag raw veggie and fruits, konting bokashi ipa lang ang kailangan mo. Kaya kung mapapansin mo yung isang balde mo, di ba konti lang yung laman ng bokashi ipa? 1.5 liters lang. Kasi yung 1.5 liters na yun is enough for 1 bucket of pure raw veggies and fruits. So, pag halimbawa, nangangalahati pa lang yung bote na yon, tapos napupuno na yung balde mo, ibig sabihin kulang yung nilagay mo. Pero kung naubos mo na yung nasa bote and yet nangangalahati ka pa lang, it means sobra naman. Para lang matansya mo kung gaano karaming kailangan mo. Pag leftover cooked food, pagka yung balde mo may leftover cooked food na or even yung tubs mo, you need double the amount. So halimbawa, in 20 liters na magkahalo ang leftover cooked food, you would need about 4 liters of bokashi ipa. So, mas marami siya. Mas marami ang kailangan mo.
Okay po.
Anything you want to add pa, Janina, na nakalimutan ko?
Okay na po. Kung kasama na po siya sa sa batch 30.
Oo, kasama na siya.
Opo. Pwede na po siya siguro mag-send ng ng picture ng niya, location niya ng bokashi niya.
Ay, oo nga pala yung mga locations. Pakita ko. Yung locations pala ito, this is where we bokashi. So we usually ask participants to show us a picture of where they store their buckets, and it has to be relatively cool, dry place, meaning hindi siya naaarawan, hindi siya na yung iba kasi 'di ba may aircon vent or may ref, wag niyo ilalagay sa tabi ng aircon vent or sa likod ng ref kasi mainit 'ton. And then the other thing is yung kitchen counter niyo, ay wala tayong picture pala nun. Doon sa kitchen counter niyo dapat meron na kayong tab, yung ganyan yung nasa kaliwa, may tabs kayo at saka yung 1.5 liter ng bokashi ipa, dapat nandun na rin para makita na rin ng mga kasama niyo sa bahay. For sure, sila mismo magtatanong, ano yan te? Bakit ka may tab dyan at ba't may bokashi ipa? So that's a teaching moment. You can teach them what to do when they start asking the question. So yun lang muna for today, and tomorrow is a picture of where you store your bucket and where, tsaka ito yung yung kitchen counter mo. And then if you want to start today, pwede na rin. Isasend ko na rin yung mga instructions dun sa group chat para meron kayong reference.
Apo. Hindi rin sure kung gano'n rin kadaming ipa ulit.
Pagka pure raw veggies and fruits, hindi ganito kadami. Papansin mo, ang dami nito, 'di ba? Parang almost covered. Pag raw veggies and fruits, siguro mga parang lang ang tawag namin ni Janine, parang nag-aasin ka lang. Generous sprinkling. Sprinkling. So every 1 inch lalagyan mo siya ng ipa. Pag raw veggies and fruits. Pero pagka may cooked food na yan, kailangan completely covered. Dapat wala ka na nakikitang kitchen scraps dyan sa picture na yan. Tapos yun always after every meal prep, lalagyan mo siya ng papel para pag bukas mo ulit nung lid nung tab mo, malinis siyang tignan.
Papel lang po nakikita ko.
Papel lang yung makikita mo.
So parang papel po, tapos yung bokashi food waste, then i-sandwich po ulit ng papel sa dulo. Okay po.
So, in one tab, usually I just put 3 paper. One for breakfast, one for lunch, and one for dinner. Ganyan. Ganun ako maglagay ng papel.
Okay. Pwede po yung karton po, pero manipis na karton.
Pwede, basta hindi yung laminated. Tsaka manipis lang para hindi siya masyado mag-take up ng space.
Apa, okay po. Okay. Sige, kasi meron naman po akong raw veggies and fruit. Try ko na po mamaya.
Sige. Okay, anything else, Taki?
Yan lang po. Medyo curious po paano pagdating sa leftover food naman, like paano po yung may mga buto ng manok, gano'n.
Okay, sama-sama na yun. Okay lang yun. Yun nga lang, matagal siya mag-decompose. Pero okay lang, you can put it there.
Okay. Sige
Ituturo naman din sa inyo. So every week may Zoom meeting tayo. Ituturo ko rin naman sa inyo how to deal with the leftover cooked food. So basically, you just put more ipa. And if it really, really smells bad, halimbawa after a day or two, tas walang fruits na kahalo yung tab. Halimbawa, hindi mo sinasadya, nalagyan mo na ng leftover cooked food. Kung may fruits siya, which I think at this situation, marami naman tayong fruits ngayon, okay lang yun kahit walang molasses. Pero kung walang fruits, tapos lahat siya leftover cooked food, lagyan mo ng konting-konting molasses. Yung para ka naglagay ng syrup sa pancake mo.
Okay po.
Konting-konti lang.
Pwede ko ilipat sa parang condiment bottle po yung molasses. Pwede ko po matapon yung galing sa pet bottle. Sige po. Ayun lang po.
Okay, thank you, Taki, and Happy New Year.
Apo. Wait ko lang po yung instruction sa GC.
Sige. We'll do that. Thank you, Janina, for accompanying me.
Thank you po.
Thank you po. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
Happy New Year. Bye.
Pag-out muna ako dyan, dito kapatid ko.